Hey everyone, it's Donna Maria and welcome to week 2 of 8 of our countdown to 2017 here at the Indie Business University. I'm still in my hotel room in San Francisco. We didn't have sunshine this weekend, so I'm kind of bummed. I guess I brought the rain here, but really excited to be here. We had a wonderful Maker Mastermind weekend. If you have a maker business and you're interested in masterminding with me and getting together with other like-minded entrepreneurs, we do that at the Indie Business Network, and you can check out the details at indiebusinessnetwork.com, or you can go to makermastermind.com and learn about it as well. But I'm excited to bring you week 2 of 8 of Indie Business University as we count down to 2017. So last week when I emailed my newsletter to you, as you know, the topic was launching is not leading. And you know, today it is so easy to launch a business. It's easy. You can get a website domain name for $10. You can use one of the services to set up a free website, or it costs you very little. You can get a PayPal account and you can start selling like in an hour at the most, if you have something to sell already. And then of course there's other places like eBay and Etsy and other things that you can set up as well. But here's the thing, no matter where you set up your business, launching is not leading. And if you're not leading your business, your launch isn't going to matter. It's going to be a total waste of time. And so I'm going to share with you the 3 reasons which kind of lead back to poor leadership, but we're going to dig down a little deeper than that. Why businesses that have great products and services just don't stand the test of time. They're not sustainable over time. So some of these you may have thought of before. Some of them might be kind of new to you. You may not have thought of them as reasons why you see some businesses fade to black. So let's dive in really quickly here. The first is lack of patience. Like, how many times have I seen people launch businesses? So for example, they'll launch a business and then they'll start a newsletter. And they'll send out 2 issues and they'll realize there's only 16 subscribers. And they'll start complaining, there's only 16 subscribers. Well, you know, you just started your business like 16 days ago, so you've earned 1 subscriber per day. That's pretty good. Some people don't get any, and it's certainly 16 more than you had when you started. So you really have to be patient. What happens with people who aren't patient, like they have this sort of microwave mentality as opposed to a crockpot mentality for their business, is their patience eventually causes them to just throw their hands up in the air, or their lack of patience, and just give up. Like, it's not happening fast enough. It's not moving fast enough for me. I'm pouring all this time and energy into this and it's just not going anywhere. Now, certainly you could be doing all the wrong things, and that's another issue. But even if you're doing all the right things, and I've seen this so many times, people off to a good start, working really hard, tweaking everywhere, working on connecting with customers, working on social media, working on making sales calls, all that stuff, and it's just not moving fast enough. And they stop. They just stop. They're like, okay, I got to go back to work now because this isn't working. Well, the truth of the matter is what's not working is your patience is not working. So, you know, patience brings forth results over time. And so if you're not being patient, that could be the reason why things are going south for you. So you want to definitely check that. So another reason is that, let me check my notes here. What's the second reason? I want to make sure I stay on track here for you. The second thing is that it's a life suck. Business is a life suck. Now, I know you're seeing all these Facebook ads and videos of people flying around the world, and they are at Caribbean destinations, and they have the laptops, and they're working from anywhere they want to work from. I don't care what kind of business you have to hustle a whole lot more to get to that point than most people realize. You see, because when you see those commercials or ads, they are like commercials these days. When you see those people saying those things, they had to work super hard to get there. And I've known some of these people for a long time. And so I've seen them pore over things. I've seen them agonize. I've watched things not work. I may not know them personally, but I have watched. And I see that for years and years, things were being tweaked, things were being launched, and then they unlaunch, and then they disappear. And if you dig deep enough on YouTube, you can find some of their old stuff. Well, the truth of the matter is that you've got to be able to sacrifice. You've got to be able to hire somebody to help you with your kids. You've got to be able to insist that your spouse agree to a schedule that allows you to have some huge blocks of time every single week every single month where you can work sustainably and solely on your business. And if you don't have that and you're not willing to insist on that, then ultimately what's going to happen is you're either going to burn out, you're going to get frustrated, or the suck on your personal life is going to get to you. So you need to organize that. And most of all, you need to expect it. I see a lot of people starting businesses and they don't expect it because they think, oh, it's just going to be a few years. I'm going to be jet setting around the country and my products are going to be in all 50 stores and it's going to be great. And I'm not going to have to worry anymore and the money's going to start rolling in. It doesn't work that way. Ultimately, we do hope money starts rolling in, but to get that momentum going takes a tremendous amount of effort. And while you may have help, most of it's going to have to come from you. So you're going to need to sustain your energy and you're going to not be surprised when it becomes a life suck. And everybody gets to go to the party but you, because you have things to catch on so you can get your business to the point where maybe one day it can run without you being involved in it day to day. But that is not how it starts. And that's where your leadership's going to come in. You may never have led before. A lot of people that I work with have never had a leadership position before at all. Maybe they've been employees, they've always had a manager or a supervisor, but they've never led themselves. And so learning how to do that is going to be really important. And one of the byproducts of learning that is understanding that it's going to be a life suck sometimes. It just is. And if you accept that from the very beginning, you're going to be a lot better off than if you let it gobsmack you and you believe that you're going to be, living on the beach in 8 months and everything's going to be great. Just no matter what program it is, it can't take you there. It just can't. So I want you to remember that launching is not leading. Okay, so number 3 is basically not paying attention. Okay, so you're running your business, things are going okay, and you have a bad sales day. Okay, like nobody buys anything and everybody unsubscribes from everything. Okay, that happens from time to time. And sometimes those situations are flukes. They're anomalies. They don't happen often at all. If they ever happen, they just come from out of nowhere and you have those days. But what I want you to pay attention to if you have your own business is I want you to pay attention to if you notice a pattern. Are you noticing any patterns? A fluke is one thing, but a pattern of things like that happening over and over and over again in some sort of sequence that you can kind of pinpoint and figure out, then you need to plug a hole before your ship goes down, right? So not paying attention to little things as you move forward is the other thing I noticed. Like people will wait until the ship is like halfway down before they go, oh my gosh, I got to do something about this. This happens a lot with marketing. This is where I see it the most. It happens a lot with people's marketing. So they'll create a newsletter and then send it out and everything's great for a while. And then suddenly they'll stop and the sales will go down. And they'll kind of know, I better get back to that newsletter publishing or I better get back to whatever it was I was doing. And they just won't. By some magic, things are going to sustain themselves without any input from you, and that is just not going to happen. So make sure that you have certain markers that you mark, that you measure your success, measure your subscribers, measure the traffic to your website, measure how many sales you get on a weekly basis. So you can track these statistics and be able to understand when something is amiss so you can plug that hole before it really, really explodes in your face. So those are the 3 things that I want to leave you with today. And maybe you thought of some other ones over the weekend. Just to recap, lack of patience, lack of understanding that business can be a life suck, and then thirdly, just not paying attention. Have you ever done any of those things? Have you had to plug up some holes and learn this lesson the hard way yourself? I bet some of you have. I know I have. I certainly have. And so you can comment in the section below this video and share what your experiences have been. Maybe you have some questions. I'll come back later this week and answer them. But your action of the week is to check your patience, check the fact that, there's a life suck going on here, but you can organize it, right? Organize your schedule so that you have the help that you need from your spouse or your babysitter or your older children or whatever it is, and schedule that in so the life suck is lessened on you. And then thirdly, make sure that you're measuring vital statistics in your business. Like we all measure, our heart rates, we measure our blood pressure and those sorts of things. Measure those vital statistics in your business as well, so you can plug the holes before they come get you. So that's your action of the week, where launching is not leading is concerned. I look forward to hearing from you, your questions, your observations, and your experiences in the comments below. Take care, everyone, and have a great week. Bye-bye.